All right, number 7, this one is adding radicals. So we have that same issue. Whatever is in the radical, and the radical has to be the same. If not, we can't solve it. So notice, on this problem, there's no "this is not possible" button. So they want you to know that this is possible. It says combine the radical if possible. There's no "this is not possible" button, so we can do this. The thing that we have to do first, however, is simplify so that we can get it to be the same. Now, the previous problem wouldn't simplify. This one will, so we will work this one out. All right, so we start out with the square root of 32, and then we have x to the third plus 9x times the square root of 2x. Okay, so what we want to see is this one is already in smallest terms. I cannot break down 2 as prime. I can't do anything with this one, so it's going to stay. This one, however, should break down, and we're hoping when we do, it's going to be equal to this. And then if it doesn't, we'll just write that whole expression in the blank. So we're going to break down the 32 first. So it is divisible by 2. 2 times 16. And then 16, I can do 4 times 4. Okay, now you could break these 4s down, but what you're doing when you have a square root, which is a 2, we're looking for 2 of the same number. Square root of 16 is under square root is 4. So it takes those 2 to combine to bring one number. So here I can bring a 4 out. I'm going to be bringing a 4 on the outside of this square root symbol. And then what I have left under there with the number part only is 2. Okay, so this is only the 32. We haven't touched the x squared yet. All right. Now, when you do variables, you're going to be dividing that number. So notice, the bottom number goes on the bottom. So I'm doing this out to the side. This is x3 over 2. What I want to do is break this down. So just think about this as 2. How many times will 2 go into 3? Because 2 is being divided. 2 will go into 3 one time. Bring down the 2, subtract, and we have 1 left over. Okay, so this tells me 2 goes into 3 evenly one whole time. That's the same thing as saying finding a pair of x's. If I wrote this out, we have x times x times x. I have a pair of x's. That means one of them come out. That's what this number is. If it was higher than 1, then that would just be an x on it. So that means I get to pull 1x on the outside. Okay, the 1x that's left over will stay under the square root. Okay, so this first term simplifies to be 4x square root of 2x. 4x times the square root of 2x. Now notice, this is the same as this. Now I can combine these two terms. So I'm going to bring this straight down. Plus 9x times the square root of 2x. This square root of 2x is strictly acting like a variable. We will add the terms out front. So these are the same or like terms. So I can add 4x and 9x. That will give us 13x. And then the square root of 2x will not change. It's just a variable, okay, in our scenario. So 13x times the square root of 2x is what we want. So 13x and then square root of 2x.